The accounting cycle is a step-by-step accounting process that begins with the recording of business transactions, posting to journals and ledgers, and it ends with the preparation of the company's financial statement. The accounting process is used to demonstrate the general purpose of financial accounting itself, which is to create useful business financial information in the form of general purpose financial statement. The accounting process or accounting cycle begins when a business has activities. The preparation of business financial statement must always follow the step in accounting cycle at the end of the accounting period. In other words, the principle of an accounting cycle is a set of accounting steps that are repeated in the same sequence within one accounting period. Some businesses prepare their financial statement on a quarterly or yearly basis. This is accounting cycle. Firstly, source document, next to books of prior entry and ledgers, trial balance, adjustment, adjusted trial balance, financial statement, and lastly, financial report. This is one of example of source document. Is official receipt. An official receipt is a document used by supplier as an acknowledgement of the payment received from the customer and is used in cash transaction. It is normally issued by the supplier to the customer. It contains the dates, item description, total value of cash received, and receipt of payment in cash or check. Another example of source document is check counterfoil. A check counterfoil is also known as a check bag. It is the part that remains in the checkbook after the check is detached for payment. It is used to record the date, name of pay, and amount paid that has been written on the check issued for payment. It should be kept by the business for future reference and as proof that payment has been made by check.
Now, let's start with general journal first. The general journal is the master journal that all company transaction or all business activity and journal entries are recorded in. A typical general journal has at least 5 columns. One for the date, account title, folio, debit, and credit column. Here also, we have some 4 books of prime entries. Number 1 is opening entries. Number 2 is closing entries. And number 3 is adjusting entries such as depreciation, accrual and prepayment, and allowance for receivable. Lastly, for book of prime entries is corrections of errors. Next is I want to explain about special journal. Special journal is useful in a manual accounting or bookkeeping system to reduce the tedious task of recording both the debit and credit general ledger account names and amount in a general journal. A special journal have 4 types of journal. First is purchase journal, second is sales journal, third is purchase return journal, and lastly is sales return journals. Now, I want to start with purchase journal. Purchase journal is a specialized type of accounting log that keep track of orders made by a business on credit. Moreover, cash purchase for inventory are not tracked in the purchase journal. Next is purchase return journal. It is used to record the return of goods by the business to the suppliers. It is written up from the credit notes received from the suppliers. Now, I want to explain a sales journal. A sales journal is a specialized accounting journal and it also a prime entry books used in an accounting system. A sales journal also keep track of the sale of items that customers have purchased on account by charging a receivable on the debit side of an account receivable credit revenue on the credit side. Lastly, I want to talk about sales return journal. A sales return journal used to record the return of goods by the customer to the business. It is also written up from the credit notes sent to the customers.
Good evening everyone. Today I am going to share with you all about ledger entry. After recording in the journals, the balances are then transferred into ledgers. The ledgers used are sales ledgers, purchases ledgers and general ledgers. First of all, an accounting ledger is a collection of all the business accounts, or also known as the T account, kept by the business entity. It is prepared on a monthly basis. In other words, the ledger entries are recorded within 1 month of the business activities only. As such, every ledger account would start with an opening balance, balance BD or balance brought down, and end with the closing balance, balance CD or balance carried down. The balance CD and the balance BD were obtained through the process of balancing the ledger account, and it is the amount that is inserted in the debit side or credit side of the account to make the debit side equal to the credit side and to ultimately balance the account. Okay, let's have a look at these slides. Here is the difference between subsidiary ledgers and general ledgers. Subsidiary ledgers divided into sales ledgers and purchase ledgers, while general ledgers divided into real or permanent accounts and nominal or temporary accounts. We will look more detail in the upcoming slides. When the business is very small, it is easy to pull all the accounts into just one book or one ledger. But as the volume of trade increases, it would be impossible to use one ledger since large number of pages needed for the numerous transactions means that the ledger would be too big to handle. Therefore, the solution to this problem is for us to use more ledgers or subsidiary ledgers. A subsidiary ledgers is a group of accounts with common characteristics. For example, all accounts might be customer accounts or creditor accounts. The subsidiary ledgers facilitates the recording process by freeing the general ledgers from the details of individual balances. Thus, in addition to general ledgers, a typical business as a subsidiary ledgers containing accounts for customers, which is called sales ledgers, while for creditors or suppliers are purchase ledgers. Customer accounts or debtors and creditor accounts are called personal accounts because each debtors or creditors referred to by his or her name, and each has its own account in the respective subsidiary ledgers. The general ledger will contain the remaining double entry accounts or called the impersonal accounts. These are divided into nominal account and real account. Figure 1.1 shows the example of cash account within general ledgers filled in with transaction information. Let's look at what is real accounts and permanent accounts first. These are statement of financial position accounts which are not closed at the end of each period. At the end of each year, the balances of these accounts will be carried forward into the next period. For example, buildings, machinery, fixtures, inventory and capital. Secondly is about nominal accounts or temporary accounts. These accounts are closed at the end of each financial year and are mostly statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income accounts. For example, expenses and incomes for the business each year.